live now. There's nobody here. Oh, that's not. Like, what's that red? There's still nobody here. Oh, wait. There's Barney Tan. There's Skunk Boss.
You don't know we're here yet.
There's Brian Stout.
Oh my God.
They know we're here. It's Brian Page.
Hey, so
Rick
yeah,
Snyder.
don't forget
Sean Good.
Don't forget to support your local racetrack, and we'll see you all next week.
It's not how this is going to work. They're going to see right through that.
We're not done?
No, we're not done.
Wait.
Sean, tell us why you like Scooby-Doo. I was asking that today.
You were asking that?
I asked you that.
Oh.
Sean Good, he really likes Scooby-Doo a lot.
We'll have to tell us next week.
Why does he like Scooby-Doo? No, he could fill us in as we go along the show. I'm sure it's got a detailed explanation.
I thought the show was over.
No.
It's not.
Where's your low C sprint at, Kyle?
It does not say Kyle.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It's implied.
Nope.
Implied. You're the guy who buys all the cars. You're always buying cars. You buy a lot more cars than I do. Oh, you buy one every week. You're the guy who just bought 2 sprint cars. Wait, you bought 2 sprint cars and an EDM. After you just bought an EDM that you don't race. When are you going to race EDM? When are you going to race EDM?
Yes.
Okay. It's happening soon, isn't it? I can feel it. Anyway. How are you tonight, Kyle?
I'm here.
You missing something?
No.
Okay, good.
We're lit. Watch.
Kids and I needed a theme. Kids picked Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine for my first small bus, 94 when I started. 94 years old now. It's 3D for obvious reasons. Okay. And I don't drive any of them. Yes.
Now we're lit up.
Oh, yeah, I know. That is a nice award.
I like it.
Sean, you did a nice job on that. He is very happy with that.
I am.
That really made his day.
I have one question.
What?
How do I change the batteries if they die?
Oh, that's for Sean Good to know and you to find out. And Sean, those kids love those trophies.
I love those trophies.
Yeah, they're very neat.
I won't. Dude, they are cool.
Yeah, we showed Tyler those. And his eyes about popped out of his head. You could tell he wanted one of those.
I told underdogs they should do trophies like that for every race.
And Sean Good would have a conniption. Trying to get them all done.
I didn't think it through. It's okay.
Eventually, it'll be done.
It's fine. I don't really turn on. I won't turn the light on much. It's
Okay.
cool. Just like you're
All
like, look, it turns on.
Oh.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, how the hell did he put the battery in this thing?
Listen,
I'm confused.
Sometimes you can't do everything.
And I don't try. And I don't.
Yeah, he would lose his mind if he had to print them all out.
Yeah, I know.
He'd be there for. He'd probably have to. It would have had to start yesterday on next races.
Probably.
So he'd be like, "You're scheduling these races too soon. Spread them out about 8 weeks."
We've got. I thought this one's gonna break.
He does.
I have a mohawk.
A what?
A mohawk.
Yeah. Eventually, you'll have a bald patch.
I already do.
It'll be more.
Who are you?
More. I don't know.
Oh shit.
Oh. I'm the HNIC junior. So. Yep. That's me. Just ask Cooper. He'll tell you. Cooper's retiring. I'm gonna have to step in for him, he said. So
I have a really mean thing to say, but I won't say it.
I know. Hey, if you would come out. Hey, it's Tyler. It was good seeing you, man. We were happy to have you out there. Seemed like you had a blast, didn't he?
Indoor is not done. They're racing again tomorrow.
I have to say, Shane Holtzapple.
Shane
Holtzapple.
You've known him for how long
I
now?
know.
And he's going to be so mad that you called him Sean. And then I'm going to hear about it.
I'm fine with that. Holtzapple liked it. He gave that kid tires, gave him a brand new motor and ESC. That was pretty sweet of him. That was very nice. Yes, he is very generous. He's a good guy.
Remember when Holtzapple started to get fast? Somebody would just quit watching the front rows?
Yeah, I remember when he got fast. Yeah. Remember when he wrecked you?
Did he?
Yeah, I think so, Minnie. I think he put you over the wall.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Who wrecked you in the one race?
I think it's Holtzapple.
I think it was Holtzapple. That's what I remember. Because I won the race. You were so far in front. You caught him going into 3 and you just wrecked him. You just got together and I went by.
Went right out the wall. Yep, Brian Stout, you got to get a cart ready. Yeah, it was good. They had a lot of kids at this race.
It did.
I was happy to see that. There was a full field. So, did you just fart?
No.
Then why did you get lifted off your seat?
I flexed.
Okay. You got turbo farts. Holtzapple has never been... Oh, Davies. Holtzapple is gonna kill you.
So, we have a question from the audience that's not on there.
Okay.
So, remember last week, we were talking about the peanut butter jelly, Reese's peanut butter cups?
Yeah.
Well, apparently, my aunt watched the video, so her whole work had to go try to find these things.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Did they find them?
Yes.
So we're getting some?
No, I tried it. I got it.
Well, where's mine?
I ate it. So, here's the answer for everyone wondering.
Are they good?
They're okay.
Okay.
My complaint, they're big cups. Okay? They're only in big cups. So there's like this much peanut butter, that much jelly. You can barely taste the jelly.
Okay, so it needs more jelly.
It needs more jelly.
It needs to be mixed in together.
Yes.
Okay.
But like
I could see that.
But the flavor itself is good. Like I tried to like break apart just the jelly.
Yeah.
And the jelly was good. Like it had grape and strawberry. But
grape and strawberry?
Yeah.
Oh, I would like that.
But it just needed more. Like if I just had more jelly, it would have been better.
Skunkball saw some at his local inconvenience store.
Inconvenience store.
And Brian Stout said, "Can we do another all Traxxas race tomorrow night? Greatest race ever."
No.
Holtzapple got his cars pretty good at White Rose.
He did.
He did.
This is why I'm not gonna do another all Traxxas race. I like doing them more sporadic because they're more special.
Yes, you can't do it all the time.
No.
But I will agree. You do need to have them.
So, I have an idea. My aunt's the same thing. They need to know.
Right? Yep. Okay. Yes. So now, he's got snacks to now podcasting them.
Yes.
Yes.
In my brain of mine, have an idea.
Okay.
I think we should advertise it for like a month and a half, 2 months.
Okay. Get a lot of people.
As many cars on Pheasantland's big track.
That's what I think it should be for like the opening weekend for the big track.
Well, I mean, that's not a month. I think it's like next week.
I think you said May.
Oh.
I think we're going to have too much rain in April.
Maybe, but like...
The official big track opening. Like the first, Saturday race.
Yeah, but that's going to be big. Like, that's going to be full. Like, I just want...
Okay.
Could you imagine... Do a bet... The fuck? Diabetes line. That's what it is.
What is it?
Diabetes line. Diabetes.
Oh, okay. I couldn't make a corner mile turning 3 times and yelling about other people cheating. Make it turn before where he went. Well, he did get it better. So,
But
who was he complaining about cheating?
probably Davies.
Probably. His SR10 was really good. I mean, he didn't share anything. James Henry, that was insane. I loved it. We'll have to talk about James then.
Dude, Henry, he almost died. If somebody on that stand
Listen
here. If somebody really wanted to hurt James Henry on that stand, they had every opportunity to do it. Do you know on the back of Bethesda, that back wall on the driver's stand, where the flag hangs down? He stood up there. That's where he raced the 75 lapper. He balanced up there and balanced on the flag where the flag moves, and that's where he was leading. And Paulie Kramer's like, dude, if you fall, you're going through that. That table ain't breaking. You're just gonna break your back. He's up there like Jesus on a cross, just up there driving.
Oh, Tyler said, thank you for letting me announce the race, Kyle. I had such a blast with you two and the whole experience.
No problem.
I'm glad we got a chance to go out there and announce his dad's race.
He drove through two Marshall's legs twice, yes.
Yeah.
Brett was having a blast.
Oh, I saw Brett in that video. It looked like he was having fun. And, all right, well, we'll get into more of that because there's a lot to say about that race.
That is the greatest race of all time, Volume 3, at least.
We've done a few of those races. Every time we do, we always say they're fun.
I don't remember
and we should do it more.
I don't know how many we've done. I know at least 3.
Done them with SR10.
The SR10 was the first one.
Remember we did that one with like 16 cars on the small bull ring?
Oh, we did do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because I won that one.
Then we had RJ's one.
Yeah, I won that one.
And then we had this one.
And we had the SR10 one. I won that one.
Did you win the SR10 one?
Yeah.
At the factory?
I didn't do the factory one. I didn't do the factory.
That was the SR10 one was the factory.
We did the SR10 one at the end of our Bloodline grudge race for cancer. I got the trophy for it.
Oh, okay.
Remember you signed that gold body?
Yeah.
And I sold it?
Yeah. So we probably did about 4 or 5 of them now.
Yeah.
I thought it was only 3. I don't remember more.
No, they're always fun, and we always say, hey, we should do more of this.
Yeah, but I mean, now they're special.
They are. They're special, but we should have them, at least once a quarter. Every track should do it.
They're the perfect blood run race. Just a lot of carnage and nothing's in control and nothing's going on right.
Right.
It's perfect.
It is. That describes us perfectly. But I'm going to say we need more of that stuff. Nobody's there worried about setting up the car. Nobody's there worried about tires. None of that freaking matters, does it?
No.
All that matters is can you get lucky, stay out of trouble, and get around that track. It doesn't matter how fast you went. It's just, can you get lucky and drive around it?
Yeah.
Just to have fun.
Kramer,
and everybody is laughing their ass off.
Oh my
during
God.
the race and after the race.
Everybody came off that stand with the biggest smile on their face because
Yes.
it was great. I love it.
Because to be honest, we get too competitive with the rest of this shit all the time.
Yeah.
We need a break from that. But we can't do it all the time because guess what happens? People are going to get competitive about it.
Next one, we should do in the opposite direction of the track.
We talked about that for years, going the opposite direction. That SR10 race, Bill stopped us halfway through and made us go backwards.
The next one, could we get 50 cars on the track?
I don't know, can we?
I don't know.
I'm sure you can, but can you get enough drivers?
I think we got to figure this out for one race. We'll do it on a Friday or Sunday.
Oh, what's nice about seeing it is like a lot of guys like Henry and Paulie, guys that are just sprint cars, don't even have a mud boss. They came out and ran it.
Paulie said.
And Brett would have ran it, you said?
Yeah, Brett wanted to run it.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Paulie said he would build a mud boss just to do that.
Listen, guys, they don't need a trophy, they don't need money, they just want to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's fun. So, I mean, it's a good tension breaker.
I think if we do it though, we should have a Carnage Cup.
Mm-hmm.
That should be the name of it. We'll put some of the winners on this.
Yeah.
And I don't know what something like this.
Yeah.
But just a Carnage Cup, but we just Sharpie somebody's name on it.
And just keeps going around every race?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it would have to stay somewhere, and we'll put somebody's name on it. Because, someone will just disappear with that cup eventually. So, be like, hey, you got it this time. Next time we cross you out, put somebody else on there. Yeah,
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I know. But we can't do it all the time, or it's just,
No, that's not special.
It's just people get competitive with it, and then they'll, they're like, oh, well, I'm going to build a car that's just built for this that can handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you just, you don't want that. You should make them all run their sprint cars.
So somebody said that. Could you imagine a freaking purpose-built car like that?
Oh, can you imagine Brian Stout's Exotech? I mean, it's just breaking thinking about it right now.
I think if we did it that way, I'd buy an old Savage Sprint.
Yeah, that would probably be the only one that would have.
Find a Savage Sprint laying around.
Throw a Kydex body on it and go for it.
Yeah.
And instead of a wing on the front, a plow. Enduro series. I mean, that's they've done Enduro series, but I mean, you're more of a. I think with those, it would be one of those you do like 200 laps or something.
For the Enduros, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, people have always wanted to do an Enduro, but it just always falls apart.
We did an Enduro once.
We did?
Yep.
We did?
We ran an Enduro once, I know that.
We did a Ironman race to see who could go the longest.
That's basically an Enduro race.
Yeah. Yeah, but there were no marshals, so
No.
you had to rely on somebody flipping you over
Yep.
if you got stuck.
Yeah.
Remember I spent about 10 minutes trying to get my car out of, wet out from under the table?
Yeah, you couldn't get it.
Yeah. We got it eventually, but then it was dead.
Yeah.
So.
You know who won that race?
Who?
Chad Kohler.
Yeah, that's
Do you know why he won that race?
Why?
Because it was me, him, and
that's right.
Alex.
You guys were teaming
and
up.
I said to him, when Chad said it to me, because I was ready to say it, I had 2 seconds, I was going to say it to Alex.
Yeah.
But Chad's like, you want to split it? I'm like, okay. I'm like, just don't wreck. I went in the corner and I stuck Alex in a wall. And I'm like, yeah, you can't move. That's great.
So, yeah. No, it was a good time. I wasn't there, but I did them before, so yeah, they're a good time.
I love them.
Yes.
I think that need to be 100 laps.
I don't know. It seemed like Travis had it well in hand by the time they got to 75 laps.
I don't think the Mortals would survive.
No. I'm watching Beaver. And you told him, like, don't kill yourself. And Beaver's just walking. There's a car flip. He's just like, all right, I'll go get it. It's good. I got it.
And you got Brett and Kerm just running around.
I see Brett just running all the way down the backstretch into traffic. Brett's the only guy that will run into traffic.
Well, he's not going to feel it.
No, that's true. I did tell Henry yesterday, I'm like, because he's been having a rough time lately. I said to him, well, you haven't been higher than hell lately.
He looked good this weekend.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he was telling me Sunday when I got there, it was the first time he ran a 4.3.
It was good.
And he said he finally got in the 4.3s. He got into the low 4.3s that day. And I saw by the end of the race, he got into the 4.2. So way to go, Henry.
All right, we should probably do results.
Yeah, we're talking. It's fine. All right, Pheasantland, Tuesday nights. 13.5 sprint, Dylan Pence, Jared Turechin, Todd Ravel. Big block, MJ Trellis, Kevin Miller, Ray Horning. BL2, Chad Kohler, Joe Ilg, Pete Ludwig. Intermediate, Clayton Yenser, Brian Yenser, Zach Schumann. Midget, Chris Gibson, Scott Davies.
Who?
Scott Davies.
Never heard of her.
And Matt McGowan. Mini Mud Boss, Joe Ilg, Pete Ludwig, Chad Kohler. Traxxas Modified, Pete Ludwig, Alex Moyer, and Matt McGowan. So, should we go to underdog since that's, next? Or should we do RJs? We should do RJs. We should let it build up here.
What's an underdog?
Yes, it's an underdog. RJ Speedrome, 329 Dirt Oval. Final results, 13.5 Mud Boss. Chuck Eccles. Kurt Nicholas finally finds out how to get to the racetrack again. And Bump Andrews. 360 Sprint, Dylan Moyer over Brian Moyer. BL2 Mud Boss, Kurt Nicholas, Dwayne Lindemuth, and Chuck Eccles. Dwayne finished second over Chuck. That's pretty good there. Intermediate 12T, Dwayne Lindemuth, Jason Wenzel, Hunter Russell. And the Low C 22 Sprint Car. Dwayne Lindemuth wins the first Low C Sprint Car race around here. Tim Miller and Mike Towler. Mikey Towler, he's funny. Got stories about Mike already, and I just met him. Midget, Eric Belts, Chuck Eccles, Brett Hollinger. Wait, Kurt Nicholas was running a midget.
Yes, he has one now.
Oh. Traxxas Midwest Modified, Chuck Eccles, Dan Schaefer, and Tim Miller. You want to talk about something?
I just have my track of the race, my random track of the week picked out.
Okay, all right. Let's do RJ's Carpet Oval. Get that done there. Final results: Super Stock, Jonathan McMinn. 17.5 Stock, Cameron Fluor. I guess they didn't even run. 17.5 Street Stock, Dwayne Lindemuth, Denise Lindemuth, Dale Monagoff. 21.5 Truck, Cameron Fluor.
Cam the Killer.
Yes. 5.0 Breakout, Sean Black, Frank Zeppelin, John Zeppelin. BL2 Mud Boss,
John Zeppelin.
Yes, Dwayne Lindemuth, Denise Lindemuth.
No, he is not a Joanne. There ain't no way he's a Joanne.
Frank Zeppelin. Low C NASCAR, Mike O'Brien, Biggie, and Doug Knaus. Biggie. So, there you go.
Hey, back in the action.
Hey.
He didn't think he should be able to watch today.
Why?
Because he had a doctor's appointment.
Oh. Well, let's do Fezland Sunday. Then we can get into Underdog.
Okay.
13.5 Sprint, Kerman Horning, Chad Kohler, Chelsea Oliver. BL2 Mud Boss, Chad Kohler, Brian White, John Pauly. Intermediate, Dale Helwig, Braden Hoffmaster, Archer Zeller.
That's a pretty good race.
Midget, Zach Swanser, John Pauly, Louis Pavlovec. Mod Sprint, James Henry, Travis Unglert, John Pauly.
It's also an alright race.
What?
It's also a pretty good race. Unglert was catching them, and then they just... They both get like a little screwed up.
Yeah, okay. Somebody showed up with a Traxxas late model. Didn't run.
No, two of them do. They ran it in the
modified.
They ran it in the they ran it in the Traxxas race.
Okay. Oh, they already were on their bodies. Good job.
No, they survived.
Traxxas modified. Brian Arsenic, Dave Green, and Brock Miller.
Good for Brian. He deserved to win.
Yeah. It's hard beating Dave Green.
Yes.
And Brock Miller, he had a good day.
He did.
And all Traxxas, Travis Unglert.
The greatest race of all time. Okay. Volume 4.
Volume 4. Travis Unglert by 5 laps over Chad Kohler and Brock Miller. Brock Miller finished third in the race, so he had another good day.
So, the way we did that race, and I think the way we're going to do it from now on.
21 entries.
I think what we're going to do from now on, the way they did it, I called it was a revenge draw.
Yeah.
So you walk up and you pull the number and you had to give it to somebody. So that's really cool. We gave Chad the last spot that was picked. Until
I'd want to be last.
We gave him the last spot until more people. Matt McGowan left to go get his car to run it.
Oh.
He wasn't even there that day. He's like, I'll come back and race that. That's awesome.
The worst spot to start would probably be 14th, 12th, 13th, 10th, anywhere between 4th and 18th. Anywhere between there. That's the worst spot you could give somebody.
So I announced that. And Paulie Kramer ran my car.
Yeah.
He broke it on lap 3 of the steering. Was hitting the brake and was still running third for the longest time. John Pauly wrecked. Everybody wrecked, and it was so good. And like Stout says, where was it? The funny part was I thought we had about 20 laps to go, and Kyle Nussler was still 50 laps to go.
Yeah.
I stopped counting the laps. I stopped announcing laps. After 50, I didn't see what lap they were on the rest of the race.
So they were surprised?
Yeah, I was like, race is in.
Well, this brings us to Underdog, Race 2. What did you think of Race 2?
Yes.
No thoughts?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? Pretty good.
I can see into the future already.
Huh?
I can see into the future.
What can you say?
I'm going to lose points by like 3 points.
Why?
This is exactly what happened last year.
So Dylan McNichol's going to come back and race?
Probably.
Oh.
Dylan's going to come back and beat her ass.
That's fine. Underdog Race Series, race number 2, indoor at Pheasantland. 3:05 sprint, Emily Souter, Sarah Good, Archer Zeller.
That was a pretty good race, I think.
I didn't get to see that one. The under 15, Wyatt Yan, Emily Souter, TJ Chrome, Tyler Pittman finished 4th. He was up there.
That was good. He battled there for a while. He was all disappointed because he done wrecked on the last lap.
He did. But they really changed that car, made that car good by the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
He was challenging for second. And Emily, she was running first for a while because Wyatt got tagged.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it was anybody's race up there, top 4. They all finished on the same lap, so that's pretty good. So, when he comes out, he'll be ready for next time.
I can't wait for the BL2. Do that one last. Do BL2 last.
All right, 360 sprint. Bones, Corey Milligan, Bobby Sanso. EDM, Phil Cooper, Chris Intellisano, Garrett Williamson. Midget, Matt Haugentogler, Chris Klein, Casey Hess. Mike Culp 4th. Not bad out of that field. Late model. Chris Intellisano, Russ Lebo in his return finished second in his very first race back.
Neither one of those guys won.
Huh?
Nobody won that race.
Late model?
Nope.
Why?
George Varzik wins.
Why?
Did you see what he did twice?
No.
You didn't see what he did twice?
No.
So, both times he was
I didn't
out.
watch the whole race.
No. His heat races.
Oh, I didn't see the heat races.
He got... I can't believe you missed that. I wish there was a video of it. He caught air like Davies always does in flips.
Yeah.
He landed on the shelf twice. In 2 different races.
Okay.
In turn 1.
Good job, George.
It took off, and the second time, it was like he placed it on the shelf.
I'm sure George wishes he didn't have that skill.
Because, like, everyone's like, I bet you can't do it again. He's like, bet. Next race, he did it again, and then almost did it in the next quarter.
Right.
He won. I'll give him a win.
Traxxas Mod, Sean Good, Gary Labe, Joe Westerman.
Scooby ran.
410 sprint.
Right. Scooby ran a really good race.
He did. He stayed clean.
Really good.
Stayed out of trouble. Gary was having a hard time getting through traffic.
I think Gary broke.
Maybe.
Something looked like when he got in that wreck,
Yeah.
something looked like it didn't turn anymore.
Because he had a hard time dealing with anybody else on that track.
Yeah.
He just couldn't outrun anybody.
Murphy.
410 sprint. Chris Intellisano, Russ Lebo, second again.
Russ was running him down. He's
And Matt
ran out of time.
Haugentogler. BL2 Mud Boss. Brian White, John Pauly, Kyle Horning.
Best insult I ever heard in my life. I was coming for the checkered. You were coming for 46.
Yeah, wow.
When he said that, I was dying.
I know you were.
That was just because you don't think Chad would have said something like Chad's
Oh,
not.
Chad was pretty pissed off.
Yeah.
So at least he calmed down and made a joke out of it, so I was happy about that.
So I got wrecked on Sunday pretty early.
Yeah.
So I was so far out
Yeah, I
of it.
saw you were set 46 too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We were both in the same spot.
I said to him, I moved way out of the way. Like, way out of the way. I said, don't worry, I won't Aaron you. He started laughing. I thought
Did you
he was,
make him? Oh, and that's why he lost?
I thought he was going to wreck. It's like, don't worry, I won't Aaron you.
410 sprint was fun.
It was. For you.
It was. Went from the C to the A.
Midget was good until I hit dust.
Yeah, you couldn't hit the dust. I will say, there was a lot of complaining about the track, wasn't there?
Yeah, but who cares?
I know. It's one of those. It's just like,
Same track for everybody.
we all had the same track. And, I did tell Cooper, I'm like, well, I think I get what you mean. I had fun with that.
So are you done with the results?
Sure.
Well, we're going the Critters Raceway.
What do they race there?
I don't know, but it's called the Mayhem Race.
All right.
Oh, I mean, I was interested. This is in Bloomfield Ave, Building 6, Unit 31, Fairfield, New Jersey.
Okay. Building which one?
31, I think it's in.
All right.
20.
So is it like in Zerns?
I don't know.
Sounds like it.
Two-wheel drive, 17.5 buggy. Royce Barrio,
Okay.
Eon Park, and Gary.
Gary.
45 plus 13.5 wheeler. Don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Royce Barrio, Ian Park, and Big Ant.
Big Ant.
Four-wheel drive, 13.5 buggy. Royce Barrio, again.
Who's Royce?
Dr. Rock,
Who's Dr. Rock?
Preem.
Is that the same as Dr. Rock Preem, or is that someone
No,
different?
that's a third name.
Why can't they just give themselves normal names? Why?
Preem in a four-wheel drive mod SCT.
Okay.
Preem, Kevin W.
And? No? Nothing else?
There's a guy in fourth. The guy in third has no name.
Yeah.
He has no name.
Good for him. Good for him.
All right. Mini Truggy, Kevin W., the man with no name. JJ Slim Fat was third. Listen to some of these other ones we got here. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay.
That seems like a normal name. Kyle Cooper.
Okay.
Bonzo.
They had a lot of entries there.
Hype.
How many entries they have?
Hold on. Let's see. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did not have a good day. They had 42 entries, 20 drivers.
Sounds like they had a decent day. It's indoor off-road clay track, so Henry knows this place.
There you go.
Sounds like a place Henry would like. Well,
Track was fine, and I'll tell you why.
it was for the cars that ran slick tires. It was a hard track to race. You had to be very careful.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
That was it. So, yes, like when I was coming up on Kane in the B main, like I'm like, he's really going freaking slow. So he was just trying to pace himself out, and like he just lost it coming off of 4. I mean, it's like I'm on his tail, and it's just like, well, he knows he's got to go, and he tries, and it just did not work. So it was a tricky surface. I know as soon as you missed that corner, car just went high or spun out. So
Or both.
could go both. So it was fun though.
All right, what else you got to say?
I want to run more mod races. So maybe Todd's watching, and maybe I'll have that mod ready. I'm ready to run it. What about you? What about you with mod?
I'm building one.
You're building one? Oh, which car? Rowdy's?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How's that going?
It's going.
Okay. So that's Custom Works?
Yep.
So you're a Custom Works guy now?
I don't know if I'm anything, but yeah.
Okay. What are you putting in it?
Probably a 10.5.
Okay. Where are you going to run it?
Places.
Like,
I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right.
Ultimate, they have them.
Yeah.
Fedline, probably once in a while.
What is Ultimate Run? 17.5 or a mod?
They're trying. If we get enough, we're going to run both.
Okay. Which one do you think you'll run?
I'm planning on maybe running both of them.
Okay. So you're going to build a car for each class?
I'm going to build... I had that other car that I'm hoping Maribel has a frame for me.
Did you have like 15 sprint cars now?
I have 3.
Yeah, you got 3.
And a midget.
Okay.
And an EDM.
Yeah. You gonna run midget up there?
Maybe.
Maybe. All right.
I don't know yet. I don't know there's gonna be a lot of mod sprints.
I don't know if there will be on a Thursday
So
night.
I might just run the
Sunday might be different.
Well, I'm usually on Sundays up there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know when I'll run the BL2. If I'll run the BL2 up there.
What is Bag of the Act trying to say? Mod, nope, I'm not ready.
He's not ready for mod sprint.
I think he's just fine.
Nope.
You don't think so?
Nah.
You finished second.
Yeah. Nah.
No? You weren't impressed by his run?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Really?
Nah.
How so?
Nah.
What did he do wrong?
I mean, I seen him run second with bad lungs.
Yeah.
I mean, these good ones, he should have like lapped the field.
Oh.
Not impressed.
Not impressed, huh?
Not impressed.
Oh. You
Now-
know, these are new lungs. He's got to kind of break them in.
He had 3 weeks.
I think they need like a good 3,000 miles. It's like, you know, it's like an older motor just getting those rings broken in. Yeah, Leicester's on the 12th is the first outdoor show. What are they running there? I did look at that today.
I don't know if Corey's going.
Corey who?
No,
Is he?
Yeah.
But he hates other tracks.
Yeah. But now, if Rick was in the car, I'd be more impressed.
Rick who?
Lebo.
Oh. Yeah, his brother was there. I never really met his brother.
I didn't either. And then they're literally the same person.
Yes. Leicester's Racers Appreciation Spring Thaw 50. April 12th. Gates at 10, racing at 1, 2 30-lap heats. Lower mains 30 laps, A mains 50 laps. Under 15 with a 1690 BL2 Mud Boss. Midget 360 sprint, 410 sprint. Outlaw late model. 3 cars make a class. Under 15 entry fee is $10. First class 15, additional 10. You going to that?
Probably not.
What is Leicester's like, Davies?
I was really pissed at my performance.
Oh.
Back in the Yak.
Yeah. Well, apparently, you and Yak and you have high standards for his performance.
Yep.
So.
You do better.
Second just isn't good enough.
So, his poor brother broke his car.
His car or
Russell's car that he was running.
Okay.
And
well, you've broken it before.
No, this is a different car.
Okay.
And he had to run Preston's other car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Russ, you realize your car is literally sitting right here. Yeah. He goes, no. Did not see it.
No, he did not know that.
No.
I haven't seen that car in weeks now.
It's literally sitting right there.
Oh, I don't know.
Ready to go.
Oh.
Just need to put my tires on it.
Why don't you run it?
Because I don't run anything in a while.
No, you haven't.
Corey is branching out, and I'm breaking him out of his shell. Well, Corey's going to suck for a while.
What if he doesn't? He's got that new car.
Yeah, but he's got Davies.
Now, he did look really good. When he got around Bones, I will say, when he got around Bones there, he passed him like he was sitting still, and he proceeded just to run away. A few laps later, though, Corey found the curb, and Corey just wasn't the same after that. So,
Dusty,
okay.
bumpy, tons of fun.
So you need treaded tires. Lacers cut the track into the mountaintops soil. Show up and drive. What else would you do? Show up and...
I don't know.
Oh.
All I know is I'm just happy that I did what I was going to say I was going to do on Saturday.
What?
People are going to practice all Friday night, all day Saturday morning, and just be present. I didn't practice at all. You worked on the car, and then I qualified.
Yeah.
It's pretty much my MO.
Yeah. So.
Show up and drive.
Well, good for you.
But we learned stuff.
Yeah. We learned stuff that I applied.
Whoa, wait, whoa, sir.
And if it wasn't for me, you would have been top 3. Ask Chad.
president has enough cars to wreck.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mark was over there teaching you some bad stuff. And then
Oh, yeah, I
some
gotta
good
thank Mark.
stuff.
Mark did help me out there. He gave me some tires.
Practice is overrated. I agree.
Yeah.
Corey was shaking when he was marshalling before he raced.
Yeah, he said he was shaking during the race. I don't know why. He should.
That was his first time he ever won a trophy.
Who, Corey?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Wee.
Oh, good for him. He's been working hard at this. He's a good guy.
I like Corey.
Yeah, I like him too. He's a good guy.
I don't.
Don't what?
I don't like Corey.
You just said you did.
I don't like Corey.
Are you schizophrenic or something?
I'm a what now?
Schizophrenic.
What you call me?
Yeah, schizophrenic.
I like Corey. I don't like Corey. I don't like Davies. I like Davies.
You are schizo. Okay. Okay.
Why is there 41 people watching us?
I don't know. We're not really saying too much.
Bunch of idiots.
So.
I bet you there's only like 3 likes.
That's fine. They don't have to like it.
7 likes. 41 people.
Oh, wait. Russ is asking Davies if he's going to Leicester's. So, Russ is trying to make plans here.
Yeah, he's like, if you're going to Leicester's, I'm not going.
Yeah.
All right, what's our topic for the rest of the show?
I didn't really think of any. Do you have any?
Who belongs in Mud Sprint?
Yeah, I don't think we want to do that.
I have a question.
Yeah, I got an answer.
If you cause half the wrecks in the race, should you be telling anybody else they don't belong in Mod Sprint?
Nobody should, no matter how many wrecks they cause.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we go down the list as to who belongs in Mod Sprint?
Sure. You want me to name some names?
Yes.
And you'll answer?
Yes.
What if I say I don't agree with it?
Then we'll discuss it.
Okay. Preston Selfinger.
No.
Why?
Because he sucks.
I don't agree with that. 42% of people who don't have a life. Let's see. Not going to go for the easy targets yet. Not going to go for those. Russ Lebo.
No.
Why?
Can't breathe.
I'm going to disagree with that. Brayden Growler.
Never heard of her.
Okay. Well, he never tried it, but what if he did?
What the fuck does that say?
Any report of racing on the oval at Mimi's, the track? She has a huge pile of Lucy sprints.
What the fuck is Mimi's?
I don't know. Where is that track? Never heard of Mimi's. Now, Underground, they had a big field of Lucy sprints, Mike said.
All right, next driver.
Phil Cooper.
Phil Cooper?
Yeah.
He's an EDM guy.
Uh-huh. Well, what if he wanted to run mod? Okay.
We got to see how good he would be first.
All right, let's go over this list here. All right, we're going to go over entry list. So you, Mr. I've run mod sprint 3 times, or 4 times, or 5 times. You're going to tell us who should and shouldn't be in this
Yeah, because I'm the
class.
expert.
Okay. Scott Carpenter?
I don't know who that is.
Should he?
Yes.
Bryson Hartlop?
Yes.
Jake Hartlop?
Yes.
Terry Hartlop?
Yes.
James Henry?
Yes.
You're waiting for a certain name, aren't you?
No.
Casey Hess?
Yes.
RJ Hitch?
Yes.
Matt Haugenthaler?
Yes.
Chris Intellisano, the winner?
Yes. But only on Pheasantland.
Kyle Jarrell?
No.
Why?
I don't know. Wait, did you say Kyle or Adam?
I said Kyle.
Oh, yes.
You said no first.
I thought you said Adam.
Okay. Chris Klein?
Yes. But for only like 30 laps.
Kane Metzger?
Yes. But only on certain days.
John Pauley?
Yes, but you should get a different car.
Anthony Potsman?
Yes, but you should get a different crew chief.
Potsman should get a different crew chief? Who
Yeah.
is this crew chief?
The baby.
Oh.
The little baby. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe. Dennis Ruth?
Yes.
Garrett.
Should get a different crew chief.
Who's his crew chief?
Andrew
Andrew who?
Hainsley. They wanted his intermediate.
Garrett Williamson.
Yes, but only on small tracks.
Oh. Coben Zartman.
Yes, but
You're not saying no to any of these, so I mean, it seems like it's fine. All these drivers are in here.
yeah. See.
Dylan Zartman,
Yes.
Jeff Zartman,
Yes.
Andy Zeller,
Yes.
me,
Only at First Capital.
me,
Yes.
you.
No.
Why do you know?
Because I suck.
But you haven't really applied yourself. You had that good race when you actually did. When was that?
The first race.
No, you had a big show out and you actually did well a couple times. When was the one when you finished third?
I don't know.
Why do you not know anything? All right, what about Scott Davies?
Scott Davies should run a freaking cruiser car around at Walmart.
I knew you were going to say that. So why can't Scott Davies?
No, he belongs.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. So I went through the whole list, and you're saying all these guys belong. Why?
Because nobody should dictate who runs mod sprint and who shouldn't.
I agree. Now, what if they had like an invitational race where it was just the best of the best?
Who decides who's the best?
If you still had mod sprint, but let's say you had a 3-race series, the top 3.
And I didn't say no to. I didn't say yes to everybody. I said go Phil Cooper, maybe not.
You didn't say that.
I said we gotta see how good he'd be.
No, he said he's an EDM guy.
Yeah.
What if you had like a 3-race series? If you won each,
We don't need
the
another
race,
series.
huh?
We don't need another series.
No, just like and then you have an invitational. It's
No.
not a series, but it's just they show up these tracks. Say, okay, well you won that, so you get instant in. And then the other 2 in the top 3, they can get an invite, but they got to qualify in.
No.
No?
Because that's invitation. I don't know. What do we need invitation for?
Well, put the best of the best out there and have the best race possible.
Well, if you're running mod sprint, you are pretty good.
Okay. All right.
I was just saying Lebo.
I wouldn't say I.
Wait, I was just saying
wouldn't
Lebo
say-
shouldn't race it either. So
Yeah, well, we knew you were fucking around with that one.
I
That's
guess-
your car owner.
I think
You said you should be doing it, not your car owner. I mean, Jesus.
I said me no.
Yeah, sure.
He's not my car owner. He's not my car owner anymore.
So, why not?
I gave it back
You gave it back.
Mhm.
Why?
because we're done running Federland.
You're still running there. You could run tomorrow night.
I'm working.
You could stop working once in a while.
No.
All right.
Now he's my crew chief.
Okay.
He's like my head mechanic now.
Well, now he's back.
He's back on the yak.
Mimi's is in Maryland. Yes, the Losi sprint was about half second off the most Mod 360 class. That's the thing we could talk about. Indoor off-road track, the oval is an oval. It's a rectangle, looks weird. It's supposed to be Losi, damn, spell check. She linked the front and back straights of her off-road clay to make a squoval. Well, let's talk about that.
About what?
Talk about this. All right, let me get here. RJ Speedro. 360 sprints. Let's see. Qualifier round 2.
That cat stinks.
He just shit himself.
He gave it.
All right.
He gave it back a rest. Threw it in the trash. I didn't give it back yet. I'm cleaning it up and giving it back.
So, the Losi 22 sprint car. Dwayne ran a 5.236 fast lap.
Mm-hmm.
He won. Brian Palancar 5.023. Let's see. He did some 5.1s. Tim Miller 5.319. Chuck Eccles 5.401. And let's see. Oh,
We're going custom.
so, all right. So the fastest we saw was a 5.0. And come on.
Whoever won an underdog series race should be invited for an invitational race in their respective class. Of course. Well, who's going to run EDM besides Phil Cooper? Oh, no, he didn't win. He did win the first one.
So RJ's we'll go to the week before because they had 360s. In 360 sprint, Cody Roth ran a 4.489. That's over a half second faster than the Losi Sprint. The slowest speed in that class was a 4.787, but mainly everybody was between 4.4s and 4.6s. So that Losi Sprint's not going to keep up with a 360 as is it?
Oh, they're too damn heavy.
Yeah, they're too damn heavy. I mean, they can't. I know people want to run them together, but I just don't see it working. I don't see it working at all. It's just the same as. I mean, we're starting to see some guys pretty fast with the Traxxas modified, like Groover. And Fesland, he'll run a 5.5, but Chad's running a 5.1 in a BL2 Salvus Mud Boss.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the guys in Traxxas modified are running what, 5.7s? It's just not going to compete. Even if you change the tires, you're not going to make up that half second difference. No, it's just the car's just too heavy. It's just a separate class unto its own. I mean, if people keep want to say putting them together, it's a bad idea, and it's just going to ruin it for both types of cars in that class. So it has to be on its own.
So we're adding 2 new classes.
What do you mean adding 2 new classes?
Traxxas late model.
Yeah.
And the new Losi cars.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, but that's, if the guys come out, they're going to run it. Correct?
I know, but now we're going to have 30 heats.
Are you whining or are you just, pretending you're other people?
No, I'm whining.
Oh.
Like, I like it, but then
yeah,
something...
it is like a Tamiya buggy in the field of associated X-rays and Mugans. Yeah, you're
then
right.
something else needs to go away.
Well, classes with the least amount of car count. And right now we're seeing, like, I know on the big events we get mod late model, but on the weekly show, how many do we get? You're usually trying to throw them in there and mix them in with the EDM, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those. My late model, maybe that goes off the card.
I wish people would just pick one of them.
Which one?
Mod late model or mod EDO. They're the same thing with just on a body.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't know. Certain tracks like the factory last year, they had a lot of mod late model, didn't they?
No, I think so.
I think they did. So. This has all sorts of hop-ups for the car, including a graphite chassis. They can get the weight down to run. I still think they should run their own class. Yeah, I think so too. And like, it's guys try running the Savage and with the purpose built, and once in a while that works when it's a really wet track. How about it?
Mm-hmm.
But when the track's grooved up, how do they do?
Yeah,
they just have a problem competing.
So, I don't want to put him under the bus here, but me and John Pauly talked about this.
Yeah.
He thinks he's at his max speed he can get with that car.
Yeah. He's done a hell of a job with it, and he runs very competitive. I mean, he usually makes it into an A main.
Yes.
With the mod.
But
there's only so much you can do because the Traxxas rear end is limited compared to, having the option of using purpose race built transmissions that are built by either Associated or Losi, where you got a choice between you can go for ball diff with a slipper clutch or just a gear diff with a slipper. So, and they're just more efficient, smaller, or lighter, and you got far more better ratios available to you. So, yeah.
I don't know.
I wouldn't complain too much because there's other forms of RC racing right now that would love to have a problem of too many heats. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's, just the way it is. I mean, I think just tracks will have to say, like, hey, what are you coming out with, and see where it goes. Brian Stout, make a mod late model great again. You could spend 2 to 3 times on hop-ups on the Tamiya, but at best, you're level with the purpose-built stuff. Same sure deal with the Sprint versus CW. Yeah, I mean, it's, you could turn a TTO2 into a 21.5 touring car. Is it a good idea? Probably not. It's not just ever going to be that competitive. So you're just better off like, well, I might as well just buy an X-ray and be done with it. So why spend $1,000 on a TTO2 to make it try and get it 3/4 of the way there?
So, what did you think about indoor this year?
It was good this year. The new track added a lot of life to it, brought out a lot of people, made for better racing, was interesting. I mean, we were kind of getting, it opened up new classes for everybody to try. Where before, everybody on the wood track was just stuck with Traxxas cars because that was the only thing that you would want to bother running out there.
Because
it's all it would survive.
Everything else would got destroyed.
Would get jumped. So, yeah, it got a lot of guys getting outside the Traxxas box, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And how many guys that we raced with over the past couple of years, they all bought some kind of purpose-built car.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much all of them. I can't think of too many that haven't, besides Mark Klaus.
Joe.
True, but he was going to try a 360 Sprint.
Mm-hmm.
Chad did.
Chad did. And Chad's running really good with it.
Yeah.
Well, Mark got one, he just doesn't run it.
Yeah. You know, Mark can kind of be an old fart with that. So. And I think once he did and he got comfortable with it, I think he'd be fine.
Yeah.
For some reason, he thinks this, like a 360 Sprint class, is going to be more work than getting a Mud Boss competitive.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. It's not going to be as hard. It's not going to be as brutal with the tires. Once you get the setup and get it kind of there, it's just about tweaking it that night of.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really take too much. It's just a matter of going out there and driving it.
You know,
and figuring out the right gear for the track and getting proper preparation.
I had a lot of fun in indoor this year, but it probably was my worst indoor season I ever had.
Well, you didn't. Well, you got a learning curve on mod.
Definitely.
There is a learning curve there, and that's.
You know, I was thinking.
What?
That midget win, I think with me and Chuckles, was my only win this year. At Pheasant.
Oh, at Pheasant Land.
I think so.
Maybe. Maybe.
I think that was it. And I think I had maybe one win at RJ's.
You won a couple times over there because you won a Sprint and you won a Mud Boss. Remember that time we were fucking around a Mud Boss?
Oh, yeah.
I still haven't won a Mud Boss at RJ's.
Hey, you ran a BL Big Block.
Yeah, Big Block, but not BL2, which is the one, you'd rather get. Yeah.
And I...
Emily Souter?
Yes.
Yeah.
She ran that perfectly.
Did she? In the 305 class?
No, in 360.
Oh,
she ran 360.
Oh.
We didn't have 305s on Sunday. So they put a 360 Sprint together for her.
She's really come a long way since she started.
Dude,
she's doing really good.
She ran good.
Yep.
And when the fastest cars come up, she just went high and tucked in behind.
Yeah.
She caused no wrecks.
No
nothing. And I even said, I'm like, this is the way people should drive.
Yeah, she's a good kid. She did very good out there.
Yes.
She did good in Mud Boss.
Yeah.
So she did a really good run. Her and Tyler were battling. I mean, she was leading it for a while. I mean, she almost got that win.
Mm-hmm.
So. You said they picked it up at Motorama. Which one?
GFRP.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he did. And well, here's the thing I found. And like, guys get a little impatient out there, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah. It seems like they get really impatient.
Yes.
And I can't say we're doing great in it, but we're learning. .360 is more car setup than 410. You can have an okay car mod and have a motor make it up. In my opinion, I would much rather run mod, but don't have enough people to split classes. I think that's the...
I think I'm opposite.
Yeah. Listen, this takes tweaking, and Cooper has shown like you can put some time into it and get a car really good.
Yeah.
Like him and Jay, they get that car really good. And they can eke out another 10th. Where everybody else is running a 4.8, 4.7, they'll go a 4.6 and start knocking on 4.5s. Mod, on the other hand, I think takes far more preparation to get set up because you got so many more factors. From Jason's point of view, when you're on the outside looking in, it seems like, well, that should be the way it is, right? Because when we were told about mod and versus 17.5, they told us like, oh, you just worry about putting in enough motor, then you just drive around it.
Yeah, no.
But no, it's not like that.
Remember when you like, oh, I'll put a 6.0 in and I'll be fine. And you're like, maybe not.
Yep.
No,
you can't.
Because you kept telling, like, I was running the mod. You're like, I'm putting a 6.0 in and I'll just tune it down. I'm like, you're not going to do that.
No, it didn't work.
Yes, I am. No, I'm like, you're not. I'm like, once you tried the thing, you're not putting the 6.0.
No, I only did that one race.
Yeah.
Like, no, it ain't going to work.
Well, that ain't the answer.
Right, because all that power upsets the car.
Yeah.
And then you got to tune the car.
Because your car's doing...
And here's the thing. Even if you got that car halfway set up and you're just figuring, all right, I'm just going to power down the straights and drag race. There's guys out there that are... They're driving their mod car like a 360 through the corners. Mm-hmm. They're hammered down halfway through the corner and driving it out with throttle. And a drag race car won't do that, and you're going to lose. Mm-hmm. Because the sooner you can get on that throttle, the faster you're going to go, and the easier... when you get it just right, the front end will stay down a lot easier.
Yep.
And if you're trying to get on that throttle, as soon as you come out of the corner and you're straight, what happens? Bap,
yep.
Bap. So, it just doesn't work that way. It's a class that you need a lot more finesse. And our approach to this is we go out there, we're trying to stay out of trouble, and when we can, we run fast. Try to run as fast as we can. Mm-hmm. But without wrecking.
Make laps.
And try to go faster every time you go out there. So.
All right. 8:35.
Oh, we can still keep going. We got another 25 minutes.
No, we don't.
Why not?
We're on summer hours. We're 8:30 or summer hours.
Oh, we can always go longer.
I don't want to.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe other people will do. Maybe other people will come up with some questions.
Anybody got questions? What's the most popular class at Fezzoland? 360 Sprint.
Yeah, sometimes mod too during the weekend.
360 mod or the Traxxas car?
Yeah. So
I'd say.
They're all pretty even. Like, even some days we get a lot of midgets.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it's really nice to see how all these classes are getting filled out.
So,
where it's not just, well, we got enough cars to make a feature. We got enough cars to run a B and a C main.
So, you know what's funny? I was sitting there the other night, actually racing on Saturday, and race 8 or 9 was purpose-built.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, I remember when purpose-built was your last race.
Yeah.
Like,
one round with 3 or 4 guys.
Like, race number 9, number 10 was purpose-built, and we're done.
Yeah.
We're starting at a 24. Yeah. We have 24 heats. Yeah. And race 8 is purpose-built. I'm like, what changed?
Yeah, Henry, you gained 3 laps. Henry did good this weekend.
He did.
What changed? Building that track. Like you said, nobody wanted to take this out and junk it on that wood floor, because that wood floor, you needed a car that stood up to abuse, because you were going to be on your roof and in the wall quite a few times.
How many cars do you guys bring on a race weekend?
Depends what we're running.
2 to 3.
Yeah. So, depends all what you're running. Now, does he mean spare cars? Backups?
I don't have any backups.
Okay.
I don't have a backup car.
Might bring a test car.
I don't have that anymore.
You're trying something.
I literally don't have that no more.
Your old man has about 6 of them. So and he always picks the wrong one.
So when I brought all those cars home yesterday, and I looked, I'm like, there's one Traxxas car here.
Yeah.
These are all purpose builds.
Yeah. I don't have that problem.
I just remember Saturday, I went on the heat race. And I qualified right in the, I think it was Sunday. I qualified right in the DA main, and I had my underdog gear in.
Yeah.
I had a 919 in. And I looked at Brian White, I said, you changed gear? He
Yeah.
goes, yeah. I'm like, you dick.
Why is he a dick?
You know what I decided I was going to run BL2 on Sunday?
Why?
The heat before.
Because you're like, I'm sitting here, I got to do something.
And the car's sitting right there. Gotta have a test car. No test cars.
Yeah. You want to try something there.
I don't like, no, I don't like to take test cars.
Why?
Because then you always,
It never really works out.
you're always second-guessing yourself then.
Yeah.
You're like, well, maybe if I do that to this car, then it doesn't work. And it's just like, I'm just going to do it to this one.
Yeah.
Especially with the tracks and stuff. Like, if you junk it, if it makes it junk, you could just outdrive. You could just drive it.
I don't know. You think you could outdrive, on Sunday with junk?
I think you
With
could
that field.
I think you could qualify.
All right, let's just picture let's say there were 10 guys that were there that could run the qualifying time if you had junk. I don't think you could. It's gotten very competitive there.
You'd still be close.
Maybe it'd be close.
Brett broke something for the first season. Brett never got his other car and came back out. He had a 13.5 in it then. That was funny.
You sound like one of them purpose-built snobs now.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you are. I remember when we, got sprint cars last year to run for the first time. You're like, nah, I don't see you doing this all the time. Then you went out and bought one. After I said, hey, we should buy these. You're like, nah, not interested. Then you go out and buy one. What happened there? What happened from the factory to a week later?
I got a good deal on one.
But you just like, nah, you weren't thrilled with it.
Maybe I'm still not.
Oh, well, you keep saying you're going to retire.
I'm not retired yet.
You said you were. You said you're done. You're tired of racing.
Some days.
Why?
I think I might be tired of everything.
I think you work too much.
Well,
I think you do.
this is how I see it. At some point, I'm not going to be able to work all these hours.
In your life or just the summer?
Both. So
Okay.
I might as well work as much as I can right now.
Listen, if you're 60 and they make you work those many hours, you'll be working that many hours. So you'll still be doing it. So you'll be fine.
I'll be dead by then.
No, probably. But, we've discussed that. So, your mortality. So,
Also, when I was getting a haircut, apparently they found like a lump in the back of my head.
yeah, and
I don't know. I mean, maybe that's going to kill me.
maybe it's just a pimple.
No, it's big.
There. That's fine. It's just a boil. Well, I'll poke it for you.
I ain't going to not.
I got really sharp X-Acto knives.
What do you guys do for work if you don't mind me asking? Aaron does nothing.
I do work.
No, he doesn't.
I'm very busy.
What do you do?
I'm a graphic designer.
Go into depth, because every time someone asks me what you do, I can never give them an answer.
I'm a graphic design manager. I design and build client communications for their
All right,
employee
okay, stop.
communications.
You're boring me. Can you do it in Russ voice?
I design communications for our clients for their employee communications. And I manage, print production,
I love the Russ voice. Yeah, he does
billing,
nothing.
all that kind of stuff. So yes,
I work security at high school.
Yeah,
I do nothing.
Yeah, you don't want skin cancer. Talk to Mark about that. He had it.
When it becomes a problem, I'll get a look into it.
Yeah, you should. Wait, you're going to go to a doctor?
I said when it becomes a problem.
You should go now. Oh, Jesus.
I don't got time.
Yeah.
I got no time.
All jobs are boring.
I got no time to die.
Listen, yeah. I think right now you're working so many hours because you want to make up all the money so you can have this summer your car paid, you have money, so you can go out and see real racing. And that's probably another thing that's frustrating you because there's real racing going on and you can't go see it.
I told Preston on Saturday, if Logan Watt would have won that New Egypt race, I'll kick him in the nuts.
Yeah.
I would have kicked it. I would have let him in the nuts.
I think you prefer You like to go to Granville on Saturday. You like to go to Big Diamond Friday. You like to go to special races.
Yep.
Anything else we do with RC racing is fill-in.
Yep.
For the rest of the week, and you enjoy it then.
You all are like yelled at me because you're like, I don't know why you don't want to go RC racing. You can run your own car, dude. I like RC car racing, but I like big car
I will
racing.
say, you enjoy watching it.
Yes.
You don't want to do it.
No.
You tried that.
I've done it a couple times.
And you even owned a car, and you decided after a while, no.
Mm-hmm.
I think on Thursday nights you're going to have a good time when we go to Ultimate. Do you know why? Because you won't be announcing. You won't be working there. You'll just be there racing and able to focus on that and able to go up and hang out and shoot the shit with the rest of us.
Do you know what I'm looking forward to?
Because that's, I think you missed the most. Just being able to hang out in the pits and shoot the shit.
You know what
You get stuck up there on that fucking podium all day and like, you know, your fucking high horse up there.
Where's my horse?
Yeah, you finally noticed. It's gone. I hit it. Too many people were getting weirded out by it. You get up there on your high horse, and you don't get down there with the common folk. I think you missed that.
Do you know what I can't wait for?
You miss going out there just hanging out. What?
Going racing with Russ.
Yeah.
Because Russ says that next year he wants to travel.
Yeah.
Do big races. And I cannot wait for that.
There you go. So,
And I cannot wait to go to Port Royal with Russ.
there you go.
Like,
See,
I just want to go
that's
to
what I'm
racing.
saying. You miss not being able to go out there and just hang out with people. No matter how much you do enjoy announcing and running the show, it's a freaking job.
Yeah, I get
And
it.
after a while, you get tired of doing a job that takes you away from having fun. And right now, you're working 5 days a week, overtime, and then you're working at the tracks all weekend long. So you're working. If you're not working overtime, then you're working Tuesday night, you're working Friday night at the track. Then you're working Saturday at RJ's. Then you're working all day Sunday. You're sick and tired of that after a while. But you know, this summer you'll have off, and you'll have the summer of Kyle, going around, visiting tracks, RC racing, and hanging out. Then you'll be having a good time. Then you'll be back into it. And like I told you, it's like, especially with Mod, this is not meant to be offensive to Preston, but he just doesn't put the work into it like you'd be putting into it. Because Preston has his own car to do.
Yeah.
So he doesn't put the work into
He's
it.
got a lot of work to do.
Right. He's got to do track prep too on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't put the amount of work into your car like I would.
True.
So, yes.
I had fun. This weekend was fun.
Yeah.
I had fun this weekend.
It was a very fun race this weekend. So I think once we get through that, you know, you get to the point, especially I think on Thursday nights, you always have a good night at Ultimate on Thursday nights. I think you'll be fine. So.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's
Sa-
it. You're just burned out of work.
Saturday was fun because I didn't care. I
Well.
did not care one bit.
Yeah, you know, you also got your little trophy. That made you happy.
I did like that.
Yeah.
That was cool.
So.
Nothing usually shocks me. That kind of surprised me.
Yeah.
I like that.
No, when I saw that box up there and when he started talking, I'm like, oh, he's got something for Kyle.
Yeah, I was like, who's getting something? They could be me. I just talk.
Well, perhaps it's not sugar withdrawal. The grumpiness is him burning candle at both ends. Stress kills. Yep, I think he called it. And Scott Davies invited you to go to port afterwards. So,
I think
I mean, I'm at this point here. I mean, it all depends on the weather for Leicesters. I mean, it's April in Pennsylvania. Like tonight, it's pouring cats and dogs out.
Yeah.
April's just known for being a month where, oh boy, we're going to do fun stuff this weekend. Rains. Just the way it works. So, we'll see. I mean, Leicesters is play it by ear. Right?
I probably won't be there.
So.
Probably work.
Plus, my friend Adam Norton is getting into microsprints this year. Yeah. Oh, Skunk Boss Dog is somebody else. See, these guys are having conversations. You want to lock them out. They're getting to know each other. They're having a good time. I mean, if we close the bar now, who are they going to go home with?
Do you think that people like go to these tracks and just pit together because they've been on our show? Like they see each other on our show.
I don't know.
Done that?
Huh?
Think anyone's done that? Like, hey, I see you in the comments. Let's pit together or let's hang out.
I don't know. Maybe. So, what are you saying? We should have a bloodline bloodline talking shop social. Happy hour for all the guys.
I wonder if we did a bloodline like meet and greet, people would come.
Maybe. Well, we haven't done a race in the whole year. Maybe we should do one at some point again. Over the summer. So maybe, let us know if we should put something together. So.
You literally just said I work too much and you just gave me more work.
We wouldn't put that much effort into it because it's just me.
The only race that I want to do is that freaking as many cars on the track at one
DC,
time.
he took his Losi out. Q Journey on the jukebox. Bloodline Pie Black Date. Listen, I would say if we did it, we just talked to Osborne. Hey Ozzy, just make us some plaque trophies, and like just an appreciation race or something like that.
I think
cheap entry fee.
Yeah, $10.
So, yeah.
Like we did. That's what we did. $5 goes to Merkel, or $5 goes into the kitty.
We picked like 5 core classes and say, hey guys, let's narrow it down to these 5.
No, I'm talking about for the.
You gotta have something leading up to that too.
I don't want to do another race. I don't.
Well, that's why I said keep it simple. Where it's just about the racing.
Only race I want to do is that big ass 50 car or whatever we can get on the track.
And you would do that. I mean, the goal would be, bring out as many as possible.
I think that's the only race I want to do. I
don't
want
to do the halftime show or the
main event at the end.
All right.
So you don't
know
jump
how hard it is to get people to stay to the end.
Yeah, but people did that because make junk. You can't make junk before their mains.
Yeah. Yeah, they can. Makes it more fun for the main, doesn't it? So maybe we'll talk about it. Tinder Grinder. Yeah. Look out of the dating app. I was just saying, if someone ever came out to the racetrack to be like, are y'all gay?
Are y'all there?
I mean, it's just a bunch of guys hanging out. Well, I mean, when Mark's saying like chicks love RC cars, I don't think that's true. I don't think.
Also, RC does a happy hour after the show on Wednesday on week of big races.
Oh. I mean, I can't see Kyle doing a happy hour. And there's nowhere around here to do a happy hour, really. So, and everybody's so freaking far. I'm gay for us. Bob.
All right, want to thank our sponsors?
Yeah, you do. Thank you.
There you go.
Go for it.
I just did.
J-Body RC, Rip Motorsports, Ultimate RC, Papa Willie's, KHD Speed Labs, Race Ready Products. What else?
That's it. That was 6.
You sure?
Todd Epstein and Russ Levo.
Yep, we got that. And thank you to everybody else for watching. Thanks for the underdogs for putting on another good show. Especially that Todd Ravel. He did a lot of work. And that Will Lappa did. So did that under puppy. I don't know about that Preston. How did he do?
He just complained.
He did. Yeah, I gotta thank Preston for putting me in a car. Thank Oval RC for all of his help. So,
who?
Nerds in a field. Yes, who? That's basically what we are.
Who's Oval RC?
Mr. Mark Klaus.
I like Mark.
Yeah.
I don't really like Mark. I kind of like Mark.
Okay, good for you. Good for you. I know.
Whatever happened to Brandon Close?
I don't know. He had too many kids.
Yeah, he had another kid.
He had too many kids. It's just, not working out.
All right, people. Hit the like button. I will see you at your local racetrack.
Where are you going racing this weekend?
Nowhere.
You know where.
Nowhere.
You're not going anywhere?
I am not racing this week.
What about Saturday?
I don't think so.
Not going to RJ's?
What
about Sunday?
No, they don't race Sunday.
Who doesn't race Sunday?
Merkel don't race Sunday.
Oh,
unless it rains. No, do you know why?
Why?
Because I gotta work tomorrow, and I'm either going to Big Diamond or working Friday.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe,
They were already commenting. I mean, you know, let's get them doing the live commenting.
share, tell your friends. Look out for this new greatest race ever. That is
I think we should get 50 Lucy sprints and put them all on the track at the same time.